So it's time for another Taking the Biz revision video for GCSE students, and in this tutorial we're going to examine all aspects of primary market research, investigating the different methods of primary market research as well as the benefits and limitations of it. So let's begin by examining what market research is, because it is one of the topics that is frequently examined at GCSE level. So when a business conducts market research, essentially it's techniques that help the business find out data and information about the markets that it operates in. This might be information about competitors or conditions in the marketplace, or very commonly it's finding out data and information about customers and prospective customers that the business is hoping to attract. Now, when businesses are trying to gather this market research data, there are two different approaches that they can use. Primary market research involves the business going out itself and collecting brand new information that's never been discovered before. And secondary market research is where the business tries to study the markets that it's in and the consumers that it might be trying to attract by examining information that's already available, that somebody else has collected for a different purpose. But the results of those studies might still be useful to businesses who are trying to understand their market and their customers. Now, where businesses have chosen to use primary market research, where they're going to decide what they would like to find out and go out and conduct new research to find out data that's not been collected before, there are three different categories of primary market research that are very commonly used. The first of these categories is to conduct what are known as surveys. And surveys revolve around questions of consumers to try and find out their attitudes, their beliefs, their likes and their dislikes. And there are different methods that businesses can use to try and survey the opinion of their customers. A very cost-effective way is what is known as online surveys, where the business might use its social media platforms or perhaps its website to use short polls or short question and answer services so that it can find out from consumers answers to questions that the business is intrigued by. If the business wants potentially more in-depth information, they might use telephone surveys instead, phoning customers in their own home or contacting them via their mobile telephones and asking them to take part in surveys over the phone to find out the answers to the business's queries. Perhaps the most common way of surveying the opinion of customers is to do a written questionnaire that could be posted to customers in their homes, or the business could approach customers in public places and ask them to take part in their written questionnaire survey, where again they might be able to get slightly more in-depth, sometimes qualitative responses to questions that they might have. An even more in-depth approach might be to conduct interviews, where you might select a smaller number of prospective customers and ask them to give far more detailed, in-depth feedback to questions in a face-to-face interview with a representative of the business. Now, instead of using surveys, or maybe in addition to using surveys as well, many businesses like to use the primary market research method of focus groups. And a focus group is a collection, a group of consumers or potential customers that meet on a regular basis. Maybe it's quarterly, maybe it's as frequently as even being monthly. And they are asked to discuss issues that the business puts in front of them. These issues might be to discuss the products that the business sells and what they feel about the quality of them. If the business has recently changed its pricing strategies, they might ask their focus group to discuss that issue. If the business is considering or has recently done a new promotional or advertising campaign, they might ask their focus group to meet and discuss what they thought of those adverts or promotions. But the same group of people meet up on a periodic basis. The business will give them discussion points or things that it would like them to talk about to do with aspects of their business, and then they will study what the people in the focus group talk about and discuss and use it to inform the future decisions that they might make. In addition to focus groups and surveys, Another common method of primary market research is what is known as observations, where the business literally studies its customers as they are shopping, trying to learn about their consumer behavior and their habits. So the ways that businesses might be able to do this could be through closed circuit television or CCTV. Grocery stores sometimes use this. They will set aside a day, a month, or every 3 months, and representatives of the business will study every 100th or 250th customer that walks through their doors, and they will track them on CCTV, and they will try and observe and study their consumer behavior, looking at whether they walk in with a basket, a small trolley, or a large trolley. They'll try and study the order that they move around the grocery store in. They'll try and study how long they spend in different aisles. How long do they spend looking at promotional offers? Are they more likely to purchase products if they're at eye level rather than having to reach in order to pick those items up? And by trying to observe those consumers, the business is trying to learn about the habits and the needs of its customers. Rather than CCTV, again, grocery stores would be a good example of businesses that try to observe their consumers' behaviour using loyalty cards. So when customers scan their loyalty cards in clothes stores or grocery shops, then it tells the business who that customer is that's just purchased all of these goods. And somebody behind the scenes can be studying this information, because when people take out loyalty cards, it will tell the business not just their name and their address, but it will tell them about their date of birth. It will tell them about their gender. So businesses can study who's purchasing what from the products that I sell. What kind of products are being bought by females aged 18 to 30? What kind of services are more popular by the over 65s? So businesses can track their consumers' behavior, observe how their customers shop using things like store cards. So we've got observations, we've got focus groups, and we've got surveys, particularly questionnaires, as ways of trying to find out primary market research, new information to the business. Now, we could well get asked questions about what the advantages and limitations of primary market research are, and we could get asked to contrast it with secondary market research and offer businesses advice about which they should be using. Well, if we arrive at the advantages of primary market research, one thing that we'll say is that primary market research is current and up to date, because we're conducting this research ourselves, because we're going out into the field and collecting data that is new. Then it's going to be up to date. The moment we collect that information, it is hot off the press. We're not looking at information that might have been collected months ago or years ago, and so trends and tastes and fashions could have moved on, which means the information we're looking at is no longer relevant. With primary market research, the information that we are looking at is going to be of the moment. In addition, the information we collect is going to be specific to the needs that we have as a business. When we're collecting the information ourselves, we can decide exactly what is going to be asked and what we are going to try and find out. We can decide what the objectives are of this market research. Now, with secondary information, we're relying on looking at information that somebody else collected for a different purpose. Now, we may get lucky and that purpose may match exactly what we're trying to find out. But with primary market research, we can guarantee that. We can find out the answers to the questions that we want to know. But there are some potential drawbacks of a primary market research as well. And the first of those is that it is often a more time-consuming way of collecting information about your industry than secondary market research might be. First of all, we've got to decide what it is exactly we want to find out, and there might need to be meetings between different people in the organisation to ascertain that information. Then we've got to design the questionnaire or set up the focus group that we are going to be using, and that might take a process of several weeks to do. Or if we're going to hire another business to construct questionnaires on our behalf, then there's going to be the back and forth between us and them as we hammer out exactly what questions we want to ask it. And that can take time. We've then got to go out into the field and conduct these interviews or these surveys or get the focus group to meet. But then we've also got the added time of then having to analyse the results of the information that we have collected. So primary market research can take far longer to collect than secondary market research. And particularly for first-time entrepreneurs or newer businesses who are very eager to try and get trading and start earning an income, it might be something that discourages them from using primary market research, as might the second limitation, which is that primary market research is often more costly, particularly if we're going to use a market research company and commission them to go and conduct research on our behalf. That can be very expensive. Even if we're going to conduct the research ourselves in-house, we are going to have to devote manpower to creating the surveys or the questionnaires that we're going to use, putting on the focus group that we are going to try and study. And these things take time, but they also cost money to do, that a quick search of the internet to find some secondary market research might not incur the same cost of. So for market research, we need to know what the different methods of primary market research are. We need to know the advantages and the limitations of it as well. Hopefully that video is useful to you. We'll see you very soon, and you keep on taking the biz.